Before we start today's video, I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, Akshon Esports is covering another Battle Royale game. But this one is a little different. It's not just another first-person shooter clone, nor is it something crazy like Scrabble, Bomberman, or Wordle Battle Royale. This one combines two of the most popular genres in the world into one cohesive and engaging game, taking elements from traditional Battle Royales, mashing them together with MOBA mechanics, and neatly packaging it with a beautiful anime-inspired aesthetic. This game is aiming to reinvent the Battle Royale genre. This is Eternal Return. Before we go any further, I want to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, Surfshark. When you play games online, you're putting a lot of personal information in the hands of various corporations. You'd be surprised how easy it is to find someone's IP address, their real-world location, or, God forbid, the fact that they play anime games like this one. So, there's no better way to protect yourself than by using a VPN. That's why today we want to talk about Surfshark and how you can use the code AKSHON to get 83% off and 3 months free when purchasing their VPN services. Surfshark is perfect for keeping your internet browsing private and accessing websites from all over the world. Looking to watch a live stream from a geo-blocked country? Want to make sure your information is secure when you're gaming on public Wi-Fi networks? No matter where you are, Surfshark has you covered when you're surfing the web. Check out their website in the description below and use the code AKSHON to get 83% off and 3 months totally free. Okay, let's get back to Eternal Return. Eternal Return is a free-to-play MOBA Battle Royale developed by the Korean company Nimble Neuron. It was released on October 14th, 2020 in early access on Steam. The game revolves around a shady organization that is using a secluded island to conduct experiments on human beings in order to create a new race of extraordinary humans. While the game itself is a Battle Royale, it plays like any traditional MOBA you may be used to, such as League of Legends or Dota 2. Players are able to pick from a variety of characters, all with different playstyles and abilities. So whatever playstyle you might enjoy in MOBA games will likely be represented in Eternal Return. For instance, the character AGLAIA plays very similarly to a traditional ADC, while Jackie has a rushdown style for those who like to play more aggressively. As for the game itself, the game features a solo, duo, or trio mode, each requiring different strategies and team compositions. Each match puts you up against 17 other players on an island with a variety of areas like an abandoned school, temple, and factory with a simple goal: be the last player or squad standing. Each area features different materials needed to create different equipment. Aside from the PvP combat, much of Eternal Return consists of looting materials to craft and upgrade your stuff and killing wild animals to gather more material and level up. In terms of equipment, every character has unique weapons which they can craft depending on how they want to play the game. For example, AGLAIA can craft a pistol, an assault rifle, or a sniper, each of which have different pros and cons. Along with weapons, players are also able to craft armor and make gear for their head, chest, arms, legs, and an accessory, all of which give different stats. Overall, the game is a fairly fresh take on the Battle Royale genre, and gives MOBA players a chance to try out the Battle Royale experience in a way they can actually connect with. With tons of initial hype for the game, by the end of 2020, Eternal Return averaged nearly 21,000 players on Steam. This high player count was in part thanks to streamers like XQC trying the game on their channels.
No, I died! How?
Sensing the game's potential, Nimble Neuron partnered with Kakao Games to publish the game in Korea on the Kakao Games client. Despite the initial hype and tons of developer support, the numbers didn't hold up for long, and the player base slowly started to decline. The reason? While the game might look fairly simple on paper, it actually has a very high barrier for entry.
Tia's yellow is the damage over time effect. I can't even get time to think his shoot you, it's just gonna cook Hammett up. Hammett potentially outplaying it, honestly. Can he continue to dodge? It's so close, it's a massive the throw skill, it's gonna make the difference there as Hammett outplays with like 10 HP. What a play from Hammett.
On top of the usual barriers for entry that most players experience with MOBAs, such as learning what each character does and how to play them, the Battle Royale element adds further complication. For example, the materials you might need to craft items for your character can often only be found in certain areas. So players need to know where they should drop and create a route to get the materials as quickly as possible. A mix of having to get used to traditional MOBA elements while also taking into account of the Battle Royale scavenging systems meant that for players new to both genres, the game is very difficult to get into. This was something that Nimble Neuron acknowledged fairly early on in a dev letter, saying, quote, "The first cliff you encounter is a barrier of entry. Eternal Return is tough from the beginning." While the game was difficult for newcomers to get into, the community that stuck with it is incredibly tight-knit. Always inviting new players to try out the game, the community provides resources for those just starting out and are dedicated to fostering a developer-supported competitive scene. With tournaments like the Eternal Return competitive series, fans of the game have a consistent stream of content from top players facing off against each other and tons of opportunities to showcase how fun the game is, especially at the highest level.
나디를 지켜줄 수가 있나요?
자, 킹 알려주고요.
와 포지셔닝. 나디.
근데 쇼츠가 누우면
나디 살았어요.
나디이 안 죽어요.
좀 부족할 것 같은데.
나디 안 죽습니다.
와.
자, 여기서 카블라 선수가 녹았어요.
살아납니다. 나디.
자, 여기서
와, 어떻게든 물어보려 했지만.
While tournaments outside of Korea are still fairly rare at the moment, tournaments in Korea itself are still going strong, and have shown that at the very least, Nimble Neuron is ready to support the game in whatever ways they can. Even though the game's player count started to decline, Eternal Return's potential did not go unnoticed. And on March 16th, 2022, the esports organization Gen.G announced that they would be entering a 2-year partnership with Nimble Neuron to help grow the game's esports scene and expand its player base. Gen.G also announced a variety of events, like community play events at local PC cafes, where players can go toe-to-toe with Eternal Return streamers. To try and recruit new players, there has also been a focus on building a collegiate esports scene, with the creation of the Eternal Return Collegiate Club program, which will provide opportunities like club sponsorships and mentorship opportunities. Plus, collegiate teams will compete in official tournaments, which will culminate in the Eternal Return College Cup. The partnership with Gen.G is a huge step in Eternal Return's growth and could be a sign of great things to come, especially since the org has such a strong following in both Korea and North America. It's clear that despite some issues such as the game's initial difficulty, Eternal Return has the potential to become a well-respected esport. The push to continue growing the community with streamers like Lily Pichu and Shifter playing the game as a part of the Gen.G partnership could also breathe new life into the title.
Ooh, that's a double.
While Eternal Return still has a long way to go before it can reach the same level as other battle royales such as Apex Legends and Fortnite, it is without a doubt on the right track to becoming something great. What are your thoughts on Eternal Return? Would you play a MOBA battle royale? And if so, what kind of characters would you want to see implemented? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. My name's Jonah. See you next time. This video is made possible thanks to our wonderful patrons. Massive thank you to everyone on this list, and shout out to Jason B, Brendan, QB, Foxy, Mauve, Pachanas, Sierra, Shampoo, Spartacus, and Yashichi for being platinum supporters. And an extra special shout out to Steven, Jason G, and Marco for being diamond supporters. Awesome to see you all still with us. If you want to talk to us, check out our Discord, or if you want to support the channel and get info on unreleased videos, check out our Patreon. If you want to help us out in a different way, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is also appreciated. My name is Jonah. Thanks for watching.